today on DC News Now.
Pro-Palestine protesters encamped here at George Washington University for now a 7th day. The congressional leaders now demanding their removal.
Plus, protests take a violent turn across the nation.
We have come to take our universities back.
How lawmakers are stepping in. It's a beautiful day across the region, what we're tracking for the upcoming weekend.
Business owners can now request juvenile curfew zones in Prince George's County. I'll give you the details.
And a plan to add more flights to one of the airports in the region is facing pushback. Why some say it's the wrong move.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Oh my God.
In LA last night after a group of pro-Israeli protesters arrived attempting to dismantle the pro-Palestinian encampment. Fireworks deployed, pepper spray released. This unfolding as more college protests and demonstrations escalating around the country. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Right now, George Washington University students are on day 7 of their protest, and congressional leaders are now calling on the mayor and police to clear them out. DC News Now's Liberty Zabal explains why police have not moved in yet.
MPD says that it supports peaceful First Amendment activities and that it is monitoring the situation here at George Washington University. Now, I want to show you where protesters took down some of the barricades that officers did put up and threw them in the middle of University Yard here, essentially digging in their heels for now a 7th day. The big question is whether police will break up the encampment soon, now that other campuses with similar encampments have begun to do so. Forceful arrests have been made at the University of Texas, New York University, and the University of North Carolina. Protesters here are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. They are also demanding GWU divest from any companies helping to fund the Israel-Hamas war. Now, congressional leaders are calling on the mayor and MPD to remove the encampment. Republican Congresswoman Virginia Foxx and Congressman James Comer sent letters requesting the removal of what they called radical, anti-Semitic, and unlawful protesters from campus. The D.C. mayor released a statement saying the district supports peaceful protests and relies on MPD's expertise on deciding when intervention is needed, but says the district will ensure access to streets, parks, and safe conditions.
We could hear them during the quiz, which is physics. I'm not good at it. I want it to be quiet. I don't want to be disrupted. And it's, you know, it takes up a lot of mental space when you're like, I'm trying to learn a hard subject, and there's people out there who have violent views.
When you see a riot police intervening in a peaceful protest, that can be deeply chilling.
Now, the mayor's office says that the mayor did meet with GWU officials yesterday, but did not disclose what was discussed in that meeting. For now, in Northwest D.C., Liberty Zabala, D.C. News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. Meantime, in New York City, Columbia University is calling on police to calm the ongoing student-led protest. Dozens of people were arrested last night after pro-Palestinian demonstrators occupied the administration building. A Columbia University spokesperson says the school requested NYPD to step in. The school says, quote, the decision to reach out to the NYPD was in response to the actions of the protesters, not the cause they're championing. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says that he agrees.
We will always protect the right to protest, but we must balance that right. We cannot and will not allow what should be a peaceful gathering to turn into a violent spectacle.
As of today, Columbia University students have been protesting for 2 weeks. Well, as campus protests escalate, Congress is threatening consequences. House Republicans are launching an investigation into federal funding for these universities and pushing to pass a new anti-Semitism law. National correspondent Hannah Brandt tells us why some lawmakers say it's time to get involved.
Fireworks erupted at UCLA and protesters clashed on campus overnight. Across the country at Columbia, New York police stormed a university building to arrest dozens of protesters who had been occupying it.
This thing is out of control.
From Capitol Hill, lawmakers are watching with concern, and House Speaker Mike Johnson warns if universities don't get the chaos under control,
you will see Congress respond in kind. You're going to see funding sources begin to dry up. You're going to see every level of accountability that we can muster.
He says several House committees will investigate the protests and may decide to take away federal funding. And this week, Congress is gearing up to vote on a bill to change the federal definition of anti-Semitism under anti-discrimination law.
The rampant anti-Semitism requires action by the federal government.
Congressman Mike Lawler introduced the legislation, and supporters say it would allow universities to crack down on harmful speech.
This is not the free marketplace of ideas. This is open threats to Jewish students because of their faith and who they are.
But some worry it goes too far, like Congresswoman Teresa Ledger Fernandez.
We are constitutionally bound to protect free speech, even and more importantly, when it is speech with which we do not agree.
And Congressman Pete Aguilar prefers letting universities respond.
They have guidance, they have rules, they need to enforce those before Congress creates new ones.
All right, thanks to Hannah Brandt. All right, meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us with latest check on the forecast. Damon, last night I thought I heard thunder. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But what I do know, today is a nice day.
It wasn't a dream, my friend. There were a few storms. Yeah, they passed us by, but they were scarce. And that rainfall, it moved in, it moved out just like that. And we're back to having some pretty beautiful conditions out there today, even more so when we talk about our temperatures. Yes, it is not quite as hot as it has been. Warm, but comfortable, I'd say, as those temperatures right now are primarily in the 70s. D.C. is just short of that 80-degree mark there. Waldorf has hit 80 degrees. And we will all slowly jump into the 80s here this afternoon. But behind that cold front that brought those few showers and rumbles of thunder last night, we're noticing a bit of a west to northwest wind that is going to keep temperatures just a little bit cooler and thus more comfortable as we head through the rest of the day. There it is, hovering anywhere from 80 to about 83 degrees as we head on toward 3-4 o'clock. There will be plenty of sunshine, a few clouds mixed in, but that's it. We're going to be rather quiet with not much to really worry about as we go about the rest of our Wednesday. And for the most part, as we head on into the end of the week here, conditions will remain quiet, but there are going to be some frontal boundaries swinging through that will change the wind direction and thus affect our temperatures. I'm showing you this graphic once again, folks. Challenging records, yeah, on Thursday. We are expecting readings to get back up toward 90 degrees, and that's where a lot of the record highs sit across the DMV for tomorrow. So just how hot is it going to get then for our Thursday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Well, new at noon, Prince George's County Council passed on a resolution to give business owners a say on where juvenile curfews should be implemented. And that's going into effect immediately. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sasay is in Largo with the details.
Yeah, so this resolution is actually separate from the juvenile curfew at National Harbor and also separate from the juvenile curfew bill that the county council will vote on in the upcoming weeks. And the resolution will allow business owners to make a request for curfew zones for anyone under 17. Juvenile curfew in Prince George's County isn't something new, but now a newly passed resolution allows business owners to have a say-so. The resolution was passed on Wednesday. It will allow commercial property owners in the county to request curfew zones for juveniles under 17.
It's definitely not going to be a rubber stamp curfew, given out to any business that asks, if that isn't how it works.
Business owners do have to meet a certain criteria before applying for the curfew zone, and also obtain a letter from the county council member who represents their area. Now the proposed curfew time periods must be between 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. and it won't apply to any juvenile with an adult. Now this comes nearly a week after the county executive Angela Alsobrooks announced a juvenile curfew at National Harbor for those 16 and under. Council leaders say this newly passed resolution is just a step towards their long-term juvenile curfew bill that still awaits a vote.
The public should be reassured that this is going to be something that helps protect them that helps protect young people and doesn't create records for your average kid who just happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Now this resolution goes into effect immediately, and you can find more information about how to apply for this on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Reporting in Largo, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Yamari, thank you. Today, several organizations are rallying in recognition of International Workers' Day. The groups are calling on President Biden to provide relief to immigrant essential workers by granting work permits and expanding safety requirements. Now, supporters will meet this afternoon at Union Station before marching to the White House. This rally also comes 1 month after the Baltimore Key Bridge collapse, which killed 6 Latin American construction workers. At Leesburg, police are searching for a suspect they say robbed someone by impersonating a police officer. And investigators say that it happened Friday afternoon on Edwards Ferry Road Northeast. Officials say the victim was riding his bicycle when a gray Toyota Corolla pulled up beside him, flashing blue and red lights. The victim says 2 men got out of the car and displayed silver badges before taking money from his wallet. Police are asking anyone who may have information to give them a call. All right, D.C.'s closest airport is on the verge of adding more flights, but the controversial move is facing late pushback. D.C. News Now's Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcella is at Reagan National with more.
Adding these additional flights will both cause, I believe, a safety challenge and increased delays.
A late plea from Virginia Senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine. They say an agreement to bring more flights to National Airport is the wrong move. The senators say adding flights would only increase delays, and they say the FAA reports about 1 in 5 flights is delayed already.
Stop. Stop. Where's 2937? Stop.
And they're arguing the near collision of 2 airplanes on the runway earlier this month could become more common.
The main runway at DCA is the busiest runway in the United States.
I go through DCA all the time, and it's very flexible, accessible.
That's a key argument for more flights. Reagan National is DC's closest airport. Plus, there's a hope that more flights could mean lower prices, and that seems to have the support of Congress, though not the DMV's leaders.
That was Max Marcella reporting that Fairfax County Animal Shelter is hosting an adoption event tomorrow. It will take place at the Lorton and Fairfax locations, and the adoption fees will be waived. The county shelter says that they are currently over capacity with dogs. Visit the county website for more information. And the 3rd annual Freedom Concert will take place at the Netherlands Carillon near the Arlington National Cemetery this weekend. It will feature a selection of music along with Washington, D.C.'s Duke Ellington School of Arts Show Choir. The event starts at 4 p.m. and is free to the public.